we'll get started with a few breaths up. And this is a huge breath with the arms up. This is a way to wake up the body. Inhale and exhale, and one more. We're waking up the joints, we're waking up the muscles. And then when you place your hands on your thighs, just do a little rotation. We're gonna wake up that upper body. That's mostly what we're gonna be working today. So we're getting a little blood flow, synovial fluid, telling the muscles we're getting ready to work. And then this one's gonna be an extension and a flexion. So it's sort of like cat-cow, but your hands are on your thighs. You're gonna feel your hips warm up as well. Breathe in, get some blood flow, get some movement, get some oxygenated blood. And then we're gonna curl all the way up and then just go over for a moment. Inhale, breathe, stretch through your arm and go over for a moment. Breathe in, back, interlace and lift. Just a little opener, nothing aggressive. And then exhale. We'll shake out our hands. That's what we're going to be using to grip. So we'll start with a weight that we can do some bicep curls with, a band. In between the band, very middle, you have one or two heels. And then we're going to start with lifting the palms towards the shoulders. And yeah, take a grip that works for you. Yeah, those of you with only a hand weight, you can use that. We're going to be mixing up the bands and the hand weights today. If a hammer curl works better for you, where the thumb and the first finger are pointing up, you can always do that. You want to serve your joints while we strengthen the muscles. And take 5 more. Good. 4. That a girl. 3, 2, and then 1. And while we're here, just flip your hands over. Both heels go in. Now your elbows are out, and exhale. Now you'll be tall. We're going to get those muscles, the biceps, the shoulders. You're working on your posture muscles too as you hold yourself high and tall, ear in line with the shoulder. Make sure your wrists feel good. So the forearms are in line with the wrist, wrist in line with the forearms. There's a little softness in your knees. Try 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and then 1. And then we're going to step off. I'm going to take the feet forward because the band is going to be behind us. Now we're going to move I like to catch the extra dangly part so it's not hitting me in the torso. So at first, just take your band. All right, now you can tell you might need to do a little bit more or less. So get that situated first. See how that is? Okay, good. Now, if you're doing okay and you don't mind adding on, or you would like to add on one more thing, add on a calf raise with both heels going up and the arms going out at the same time. We'll get those legs moving. And this is always a good move that you can do if you need a modification. The calf raises are pretty safe for most people, even if they're dealing with a shoulder injury or a knee injury. So we're doing both heel lifts and arm press, and exhale. Let's do 5 more of these. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and then 1. And then lower, you're going to put your band underneath the heel and take your same side hand, go out like a T, and you're going to about shoulder height. And if you're not able to, then just adjust your band. 5, there you go. It's out to the side, but it is slightly in front. So you can see the hand in your peripheral vision. Feel that shoulder getting stronger. 1 more. 2 with 8 more. 3, 4, 5. Neck is soft. 6, but your shoulder's working. 7, that deltoid. 8, 9. There's a little tone in here too, the abs. Now we're going to take it to the other heel and the other hand. So whatever hand you have the band in, your same side heel is holding it down. So there's just less chance of torque. You've got a really clean vector here. Torso upright. If you could see your spine, it'd be straight up and down. 5, 6, little bit of tone in the abs. 7, so that you don't lean. 8, and it's going out to the side, but it is a little bit forward. 9, 10, yeah. And we have, this is 11, so we have 9 more, 12, 13, you're tall, 14, imagine your body's up against a wall, 15, 16, 17, good, 18, shoulders, 19, and breathing, 20, good. Now the other heel, we are gonna go to the front now. The heel that's on, the same hand has it. Now you're going front. So you're like a mummy in the arm. 3, 4, make sure your wrist is comfortable. You might grip it differently per your body's history, per your body's current condition. We're going to about shoulder height and we're not leaning back. We don't have any neck tension. Good. 14, 15, 16, jaw is soft. 17, knees are soft. 18, 19. Now the other side, so your heel, other hand, other heel, go forward on the exhale. Lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we've got 10 more. It should feel like it's getting a good challenge, that it's hard to do the last ones, but you're able to. So the last 5, you should feel like, okay, I got to pay attention. I got to focus. 13. One more. Really good. Grab a sip. We're not done. We're just going to take a little sip in between. And we're going to do a tricep with your hand behind you on one and your hand at the low back on the other. So your elbow on top has a straight, it's going to straighten. You're pushing up to the sky. 4 and tall. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're tall. 11 and your elbow gets tall. Good. 14, head is back. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Try the other hand here. Now, other hand. And push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're tall. 7, 8, 9, trying to get long in the elbow. 10, so we have 10 more. 11, the back of the arm. 12, should feel it. 13, it's a good chance to practice posture. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You've got it. Let that go. And let's grab a weight that you can do lateral raise with. So I'm going to say anywhere between 5 and 8. Or 4 and 8, I should say. Go out. And then you'll know right away, 2. And if you're dealing with some shoulder issues, you might decrease your range of motion or decrease the weight. Good. Make sure it's serving you. 6, neck is soft. 7, there's those strong shoulders. 8, 9, 10. Now our goal is to do 10 more, and you can tell if the weight's going to be good for you or if you need to change it. Knees soft. Breath is in the nose. Breath is out the nose if you can. 5 more. So it should feel like they're getting harder. They feel harder, but you're able to finish with good form and you don't have to compensate to get it done. And 1. All right, now leave them here and either do calf raises with your weights, or if your hips, knees are doing okay, you can do a suitcase squat. So please choose whatever leg you're going to do, leg exercise you're going to do. This one makes me think you're picking up a suitcase off the floor. Okay, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to let the hand weights down and take a little wider stance. So this is going to be a release of tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take a little combo move. It's going to look like this: hammer, shoulder press, hammer, shoulder press. So you want a weight that you can lift overhead. I'm going to say it's around 5 to 7 pounds. So you'll bend and you'll test, and then you'll go up, come to here, and lower. And remember, it's okay if you need to change the weights during the exercise. It's better to do that than to just stop. So you're going to make it work for you and bend, but the patterns are good for our brain to keep the brain elastic. Neuroplasty. A hammer, a press, a hammer, descend. Good. I like to do that exhale with that hard part, and the abs have a little bit of tone, especially right here, so that your ribs don't poke forward and you don't get lordotic. That's another way to say it. You don't get extensive back in the low back. Good. Neck is easy. Up. Good. Up. All right, we have 5 more, so you know how you're doing. If you feel like, okay, I need a little bit lighter weight, or I just need to finish with the biceps, whatever you're doing, you're finding creative ways to stimulate the muscles and to stress that lets them get stronger. Good. And then the second set, either your calf raises or your squats. So now we're doing legs. You can choose calves with a weight, or you could choose squat. Lower your glutes, lower your glutes. Good. Inhale. Now you may notice the heart rate goes up a little bit because look at the big muscles that are asking for oxygenated blood to power our squats. Squats quickly reduce blood sugar as well. Like if you're doing a meal, eating a meal, you can sneak in 10 squats and help those muscles take up that glucose. All right, take that down. And it's a little half moon. We are going to take a sip in a moment, but just sort of touch this side stretch. 5, 4, and there's a full breath. 3, 2, and then on the 1. So some people speak about getting muscle bound or tight when they lift, but you don't have to. That's why we're adding in these stretches. We're keeping our mobility and our strength. We're both strong and mobile. Breathe in, inhale, and then exhale. Just kind of let that go. Grab a sip, and we'll meet back here. We're going to do a front raise with probably a 4 to 7 pound weight, and your feet are underneath. Go forward. Now you can tell when you go forward with your hands what your body would want to compensate. So you're going to try to stay tall and not let the body sway, so you have some tone in your torso. And you can tell right away these are harder than the lateral raises. These are a little harder, so that's why I said 4 to 7, maybe 3 to 7. We're only going to shoulder height. You can tell that. We're not going higher than shoulder. We're just going to keep it high benefit, low risk. Your abs have a little tone. Your abs have a little tone. Good. And you notice you're gripping. That grip strength is a measurement of longevity, a little indicator with longevity. So you've been lifting heavy things, doing work with your upper body. It's associated with a healthy lifespan, longer lifespan too. 3 more. All right, you're going to about shoulder height for the last 2, of course. 1, and then guess what? We're going to do your calves. It's this or it's this. So you're going to feel like your legs get some work today. 2, 3, 4. The glutes are going to go lower. Good. I like the way you're mixing it up. 5, 6. So what this does is add more body weight. 8, 9, 10. All right, now we're going to put this down, or add weight to our body weight, I should say. Now interlace your fingers at the low back and lift your arms, but then if you would like, add on a tree pose or some type of balance. So now we're stimulating our glute to balance us. One-legged balance is a strong predictor of not falling. If you cannot hold a one-legged balance, then it's a strong predictor of falling that year. Here comes the sun through the juniper. And then try the other foot. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower down and grab a sip. Good job. We're going to do a tricep press. One heavy weight, like a 10, or 2 lighter weights, like 2 5s, or one heavy weight, like an 8, or 2 4s. Something like that. So I've got 2 hand weights, for example, this time. Tuesday I showed 1 hand weight, so I just want you to know you can do that either way. Got shadows on the wall. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hang in there. These are triceps, really important too. 1. Let those down. Take those away for a minute. And I want you to take either a cow face or if that doesn't work, just take a finger interlace pose. And this time your tree. All right, so we're going to hold for 5. Woo, the sun's so bright. I wonder if you can still see me through the shadows. Good problem, right? Inhale. And then let that go. We're going to do the other cow face. So you have a tree, which is one-legged balance, and you have a shoulder stretch. And the backup plan would be an interlaced fingers, but it looks like everyone looks good. Inhale. And then exhale, let that go. I do want to offer a back one. So this is going to be a heavier weight. So I would say an 8 to 10 pound. And just take one of those. And I'm going to show you with my right hand having the weight. The left foot's forward, the right foot's back. So left foot forward, left hand on that thigh. And pull your elbow up like you're starting a lawnmower. Pull and exhale. Let me see. 6, 7. Betty, your screen might have frozen. 8. Oh, there it is. I see you now. It's so bright. The sun's in my eye, so that's all. Now I see. Yeah, so you're pulling an arm up and your other hand's on your thigh, kind of keeping you. Now when you change places, so I'm going to show you, you stand up and then you can switch your hands. Now your right foot's forward and your right hand's on your thigh. Now, I'm going to turn so you can see I'm in one long line, but I am sort of diagonal from head to heel. And pull up. I think of starting a lawnmower. 5, yeah, 6, and you're not letting the weight yank you down. You've got body tone. Your back is the same. You're not letting the weight yank your shoulder lower. Yeah, pull. Good. And your neck should feel comfortable. So where can you look, your drishti, your eye gaze, that you don't have strain in your neck? 5, 4. Good. And asymmetrical work is good. It reveals discrepancies in the limbs, and it also makes you keep a tone in your obliques. You did great. Let that go. And we're going to go down to the floor. So I'm going to tilt you, grab a sip, try to go to the floor without using your hands. And so I'll demonstrate one way. And we're going to do a chest press. Grab a sip. With the chest press, we're going to be doing probably a heavier weight, so 5 to 10 pounds, 5 to 9 pounds in each hand. Press up because we're going to be lying on our back, feet flat. And anyone who has forward head syndrome or a neck issue, you might like a pillow. So I'm going to lie back, feet on the floor, kind of like we were going to do a bridge pose. We're going to push our hand weights up. And I'm going to show the elbows kind of close to the ribs here. So when you go back down, the elbows are a little closer to the ribs. They're not winging out at 90 degrees. But I also want you to find what works with your joints. If you have different things going on, you might have a slightly narrower position or a slightly wider position. And I have tone in the wrist. We have tone in the wrist so that the weights aren't yanking our wrists backwards. And there's a nice little exhale with the push. And then scan your ribs. Are the lowest ribs touching the floor? So you feel like your back's in neutral. You shouldn't feel like your back has to lift off the floor, like your low back shouldn't feel like it has to arch to get the work done. And exhale. Now we're shooting for 5 more. Chest press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to lower the weights down and take a full body stretch. So your arms are long, your toes are long. Breathe in. And then we're going to grab anywhere between 3 and 5 pounds. No heavier. No heavier than 3 or 5. So you'll see what I mean. You're going to lie on your side and one arm is your pillow. One arm's up by your rib cage. Now open up your forearm, external rotation. 2. This is a lightweight 3 because it's more stabilization in small muscles. 5. Now we're just going to do 5 more. 5. Your elbow doesn't move. It doesn't slide behind your back. You want it really clean external rotation. Your wrist is neutral. It's in line with your forearm. And then we're going to take the other side. So all I'm going to do is leave my weight down and then I'm going to move my body around my weight. That way I'm not kind of awkwardly throwing a weight while I'm moving. Now this arm becomes a pillow. Let your elbow be by your ribs. Open, close, open, and notice your wrist. It's neutral. 4, 5, 6. Does one arm feel different than the other? 7. Good. You're not moving your body. I love it. 8, 9, 10. So my right arm felt just a tiny bit weaker, probably because it's internally rotated so much during the day because it's my dominant arm. So notice what you felt. Let's do one stretch. It's like the opposite. Go up, go up. Now lift your torso. So you're lifting more than you are leaning on your hands. You're lifting. 5. That looks so good. 4, the rack posture looking good. 3. And then we're going to do one hand stretch before we do a band exercise. So hold hands with yourself and massage in a circle and then each way. If you've been gardening a lot one day or hosting for a couple weeks and you've just really worked your hands, cooking, cleaning, whatever, this is a great little relief for those muscles. And then we'll do prayer pose down. Another great relief if you've been gripping, gardening, hopefully not shoveling snow or anything. Now we're going to take a heavy band. So either one heavy band or a couple of light bands. You're going to take that band around your heel arch. So you know how we did those bent over rows earlier with the heavy weight? This is another kind of row. So you see we're working our back muscles. Wrap the band around both. Cross the band like an X. And I'm holding on to the tubing. I am not holding on to the handles. Because I want us to, as soon as we start pulling, we feel the muscles with tension. So pull, good, let me turn to you. Pull, exhale. Good, and this is a great place to practice posture. You're tall. Pretend like you have books on your head and you can't let them fall. Or a yoga block and you don't want it to fall. 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now what we'll do is just kind of shake it out like nothing formal, just let it go. And we're going to do a little right, left, right, left. So bend one elbow and rotate. And we're doing the left elbow now and the right. And you're just going to alternate. And what you'll notice is that your rotation is upper back mostly. Not too much lower back. You only have 5 degrees of mobility and rotation in the lower back, so it's upper back. Keep your ribs level, so you're not going to dip down towards your hip. You're going to keep your ribs level, horizontal. And you want to rotate. You want to be able to rotate because it helps posture. It helps keep your body upright. Now we've got 4 more total, so right, left, right, left. and then let that go, and you'll probably grab a sip, and then you're gonna want a medium to light weight band. So if you have a lot of bands to choose from, it's gonna be less heavy than that other one that we just did. So grab your band around your feet. I've got 2 equal tails, and I'm gonna open up. So notice how it's like a T, but it is lower than my shoulder height. It's lower than our shoulders. Look at that wonderful posture. This is how we get stronger in those muscles that keep the back upright. The erector spinae and the abdominals are helping like a sandwich keep our back upright. Muscles on either side of our spine keep our back upright, mostly the erector spinae, but the abs have to be there to balance that other muscle. All right, so neck is soft for 10 more, 9 more, 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let that go. Those are rear shoulders, and they need it. Can you tell? Now, this is going to be low, so I'm going to put my hands inside the handle. If you have that, do that. If not, just comfortably hold it, and then kind of low, like I'm almost going to hit the floor with my fingers, but I'm not. I'm just hovering above it as I pull low. I'm like an upside down V. The elbows are long, which means the triceps are working, and we love triceps. And you're tall. And then you're breathing. Breathe real fully. That's another way to help reduce inflammation in the body. Let your mind be here and enjoy, feel the muscles. Really submerge yourself in the feeling, the breath, the muscles, the posture. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Now I'm going to sneak in a stretch. You can sit any way you want. Go open in the arms and add a rotation. Upper back, 10. Upper back, open. Go the other way and help yourself by hand on the knee, hand on the floor. And then you're going to be coming back. And let's do 1 forearm plank and 1 back extension at least. So this way we get our core. You're going to go into some type of forearm plank. Your toes are the option I'd like to recommend, but if you need a modification, you can be on the forearms and the knees. Hold this, and we'll hold for another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now rest your hips and take your hands low beside your hips. And then we're going to go up and down 10 times. So lift everything, toes, hands, torso. Back strengthener. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to hold this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then either swan or sphinx. So here's a forearm one, or your hands. Now this is going to set the tone for the rest of our day. You can feel it strengthening. Feel the triceps and the upper back. Feel how it's setting your posture. Enjoy. Let your body remember this posture so you have great posture the rest of your day. Inhale. And then a child pose of some sort. If your knees don't like child pose, just do a puppy. And then come up. I love how efficient we are in this, guys. So what we'll do is take the biggest, fullest breath. It's like sunshine in the morning. You're just going to fill your lungs with sunshine, with breath, with clarity, with the hope of a new day. I was listening to a lecture yesterday, and there's a hope hormone that is released with exercise, hope. So if you've ever noticed you feel like you're more hopeful or you're more optimistic, it wasn't your imagination. So we're going to breathe in all that hope. And it wasn't just dopamine and serotonin, it was really related to hope. So I really like that. Lift up the hope, the promise of a new day, a new moment. Notice how good you feel. And keep that memory so you can prepave the energetic success of the rest of your day with so much appreciation. Thank you guys